SPUFalcons.com, here with men's soccer coach Mark Collings. Coach, starting your 12th season at the helm, your thoughts?
It's crazy. I don't know where the time's gone other than there's been a lot of weddings the last several years, so it means I've been around for a little while at least.
Great. Well, unique preseason for you. First, you started with a trip to Europe. What did you gain from that experience?
Boy, we've gained a lot. I think just as much as anything, incorporating as many new players as we have into the group and finding that level of comfort amongst the team was really, really important. Off the field experiences we had were amazing. Just getting to see some different cultures and historical sites. The U.S. is such a relatively young country, and so to go to Europe where there's so much history and having the chance to see a lot of the World War II, both sites and the museum, and going to Anne Frank House and stuff. It was really amazing, and to share that with the guys and have them share with each other is pretty special. And of course, on the field, we played a number of great European clubs at a couple different ages. We got to experience a professional match, and so really just because the college season is so short and our preseason is so short, having that extra time to work through things and get some games was really amazing.
Well, not a lot of rest. You return home from Europe and dive right into preseason practice. A lot of familiar faces this year as you return 8 starters. First time in a couple of years now you have a veteran team. How do you expect that to play out this year?
Well, it's certainly going into our first game. It has a different feel because as of right now we don't have any new players in the starting 11. So that group had a spring to work together and a winter to work together, and so some of the communication that occurs on the field is certainly a lot sharper than it would be if we were incorporating a bunch of new players. So that's very helpful, and I think having some guys at key spots that have proven themselves at this level definitely helps as well. And so we feel like we have some really good building blocks, and now it's just getting everybody on the same page and figuring out what our true style and identity will be.
Up top, your top 5 returning scores, top 5 scores from last year returning, led by Titus Grant, obviously. Do you expect them to carry over the production they had from last year?
Certainly hope so. As we look back on last year, it was the number of goals we conceded that was the big issue. And so, if we can get similar production out of all of them. I mean, Titus had a big time year, and I don't think you want to put that kind of pressure on him to rely on that. If we can get that, certainly amazing. But we feel like the combination of the guys we have up there can definitely put some balls in the back of the net. For us, it has to always start with, can we keep balls out of our goal? And so that's really our focus, is how do we continue to develop defensively, and also which will lead to some easy goal scoring opportunities as well.
What should help shoring up that defense is you have returning players. Last year you had a freshman center back and a freshman keeper. Those 2 are now sophomores with year of collegiate experience. So your back line is pretty much intact. You have to replace an outside back, but now you have some experience back there. Do you expect that to show on the results?
Yeah, I think, we talk about this all the time. Defending is hard work and communication. And so when you've played with someone for a year or a year and a half, the communication is a little easier because you know each other's strengths and weaknesses, you know each other's tendencies. And so there's some of that nonverbal communication that just occurs naturally just by playing together. So, we would expect the back line to be much improved. It certainly showed itself in Europe with, the competition that we played and how we were able to defend. And I think we do expect the defense to be much improved, but for us, defending always starts with our front guys. So it's not just the back line, it's truly a team effort.
One of the trademarks of your tenure as a coach has been a difficult schedule. You have that again this year. Start off with a couple of difficult home games and a trip to the Midwest. How do you expect that non-conference slate, the tough, to prepare your team?
Well, we hope we can win some of them. The NCAA's made a change and gone to super regions, and that's a big change, and that's a big task for us. Because now you're talking about 5 conferences now vying for spots, and so at least my opinion is, and fortunately our administration shares it, is we want to play the best competition we possibly can and have results on the field settle it. We're playing 2 really strong CCA schools, and then we're going to go down and play Colorado School of Mines in West Texas, and they were in the regional final for their region last year. And then we play Point Loma and Azusa, who are expected to be at the top of the Pac West. So we're definitely not. No one can say we're sidestepping anybody or looking for the easy way out. We're going to challenge ourselves in those 6 games, and not only will we hoping to get results, but that will also prepare us for conference play.
The end of your conference season is pretty road heavy, but because of that, you have mid-season a 6-game homestand. How important is it to make hay during that stretch?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel like, we talk about being on quarters and the advantages of not being in school right now versus the end of September. The good and bad part of it is that homestand coincides with the start of school, so hopefully that will take some of the stress that we've had the past couple of years of traveling right away out, because they can go to class and get into a routine. So we're really hoping that that's the case, but it also means there's a lot of distractions at that time too, moving into a new dorm and everyone coming back to campus and etc. So there's always challenges either way it goes, but I'm really hoping that the homestand that starts with school will really simplify our guys' lives.
Great. Last thing, GNAC coaches poll came out and your team was slotted in the 4th spot. So your thoughts on that?
I mean, we finished lower than that last year, so maybe those people know something I don't know, but I just think the results will settle itself out, and I like our team a lot, but I think every coach feels that way. So certainly we have some returners and guys with experience, but it's about finding ways to win games, something that we struggled to do at times. We were in a lot of games and just couldn't push ourselves over the line. So winning games, it's really hard to do in college soccer. The margins are so small, and so we have to find ways to grind victories this year.
Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thank you.